He has such dedication, such discipline. I mean, he knows what to do. Here's one fighter I don't have to worry about him running. I don't have to worry about him training. I don't have to worry about him eating the right foods. I don't even have to worry about him carousing at night or anything like that. I know one thing. He makes my job much easier. This kid here is going to be champion of the world. He's got such discipline. He's going to be a champion. He's going to be a champion. He's going to be a champion.
Standing at only 5'3", he fought like a locomotive going downhill, always making his opponents retreat like bullfighters without capes. Matchmaker Bobby Goodman said, quote, "He's a whirling dervish, a perpetual non-stop punching machine. He's a midget in disguise with the heart of a lion. Who'd want to fight?" Frankie Warren started boxing at the age of 7, hauled into the gym by his older brother Willie. Willie globetrotted around the world, facing the likes of Vito Antuofermo, Curtis Parker, and marvelous Marvin Hagler. He inspired all of Frankie's brothers to take up the sport. "Willie molded us and shaped us in that gym atmosphere," Frankie said. "It always stayed with me. To me, it's like a pleasurable thing. I come to the gym, and that's my world." He also played football as a teen, starring at Moody High School.
I had the privilege of coaching Frank Warren for 2 years at Fort Moody High School. Frank was one of the finest football players that I've ever coached. Frank played with great intensity. He was a tenacious hitter, just a great blocker for us. You know, Corpus is renowned for its NFL stars, which came from this city. Johnny Rowland, who played for the St. Louis Cardinals. Bobby Smith, who played for the Buffalo Bills. Gene Upshaw, who played for the Oakland Raiders, have all been products of our city. But our city is most proud of Frank Warren at this time.
After high school, Warren entered the Marine Corps, winning the Armed Services Championships before getting on the amateur boxing circuit, where he faced the future gold medalist and world champion Mark Breland.
Out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Not a whole lot of history on Frank. But obviously in 1982, he's got things going along pretty well. But he's giving away so much reach and so much height against a hammer thrower in Mark Breland. Back steps in, and then slapping with the open glove. And Mark Breland takes the opportunity to tattoo him with a left and a right and another hard right, and Frank Warren goes down for a standing 8 count. You have 42 seconds to go in the first round. So Breland, after that break, and the referee's instructions to Warren, stepped in with 2 wicked right hands. But of all the people who gives away so much height and reach, Breland goes down on the knee. And a standing 8 count now for both boxers here in round number 1. Who can say that the shorter man can't do it, huh? How about Dwight Braxton, what he has done over the last year? Another thick right hand by Frank Warren. First round is over, pretty much. Final seconds of it. Round. 2 big right hands by Breland. It was a solid blow, and Eddie Urbach is right in giving him a standing 8 count. That's the second in the fight for Frank Warren. Breland with a huge air, and they're performing in front of an international panel. I'll guarantee you there are certain rules that they are tough on. One is you bobbing the head, and the other is slapping or hitting with an open glove. They can get you DQ'd in a hurry, disqualified. Big right hand by Warren. Not quite on the money. Off the side of Breland's head. As we come up with a minute to go in round 2. Most of that melee on the rope missed. Most of it missed. But it was wild. Spectators sitting just on the edge of the ring. Big right by Warren just missed. Freeland scores on the short stuff inside. Frank is looking for a big one. That's a slip at the bell. Matter of fact, hasn't really thrown very many punches and has landed less. Warren has been making the fight. But what few points have been scored here in this round on clean, clear blows have been landed by Freeland. Fight's over. The decision is Mark Freeland, and it is a unanimous decision. 5-0.
After the bout, Warren set his sights on a professional boxing career, adhering to a Spartan lifestyle. He eliminated sugar and red meat from his diet. He never touched alcohol or tobacco. He described his dating life as only so-so. "Boxing is my wife," Warren said. "I don't take fighting as a job. It's an exploration, something you enjoy and love to do." Trained by Bobby Garza at the Corpus Christi Boys Club, Warren made his debut at the age of 23 under the guidance of a local businessman named Scotty Miller. The car dealer was looking for a fighter to invest in when a friend introduced him to Warren. Miller liked what he saw in the fighter. He observed how Warren's opponents sized up his small stature and saw easy pickings. But once the bell rang, they all ran like scared rabbits. Warren outworked his opposition from the first to the last round, working his way up the junior welterweight rankings, defeating fringe contenders like Willie Rodriguez and Michael Bradley. His manager joined forces with the Duva promotional team with Lou Duva and George Benton now performing trainer duties. "Just hit them," Benton instructed Warren. "Don't worry about them blocking punches or whatever. You keep hitting them, and pretty soon they're not going to be able to lift their arms." Warren sparred with the likes of Johnny Bumpus and Pernell Whitaker, sometimes getting pulled out of the sessions because he punched too hard. One writer described him as a fighter with fists designed by Rambo, referencing his Marine Corps background. After a stoppage win over friend and fellow Corpus Christi fighter Roberto Elizondo, Warren received national TV exposure against the hard-hitting Sammy Fuentes.
Warren continuing to pummel away at the body of Sammy Fuentes, who now breaks free with a couple of quick lefts.
Good right uppercut inside, and against a fighter like Frankie Warren, who comes in low, the uppercut with either hand, and Fuentes has both punches, that uppercut can lift up Warren. He could be a sitting duck for him.
Toe to toe, nose to nose. This is how this fight could go for the entire length. Still slugging away at the belly of Sammy Fuentes. This crowd is loving it, and we've only seen one round. He said, "Why should I be slugging away for nothing?" And here he is with his back to the ropes again, but as Alex mentioned earlier, sometimes he likes to fight from there.
He likes to see the opponent open himself up, but he gets off the rope so effortlessly, you just can't imagine why he'd stay there and take unnecessary punches. Hard left hook by Warren.
Big noise for that punch.
Did not seem to affect Fuentes.
Warren bobbing and weaving, eluding some of those Sammy Fuentes punches. Another miss, another one.
Fuentes should be trying that uppercut. You saw the bobbing and weaving from Frankie. He should be. There was a thumbing right there. The referee waits to warm him. Thumbing by Fuentes on the break. Here's Warren right back in his face.
Second round complete. Just missed the chin of Frankie Warren.
He scored a good left hand to the body, though, prior to that, Al, and I think he took a little bit something out of Fuentes.
A big right seemed to stun Fuentes, even though it didn't get into his body. That left glancing off the nose of Sammy Fuentes.
He's playing a little bit of possum here, waiting for Warren to tire himself out a little bit and rally, but I think about 30 seconds ago, a left hook to the body has momentarily taken a lot out of Sammy Fuentes. Come right up the middle like he tried to do right there. I'm sorry, the second show of the series.
just barely missing on those two right uppercuts. In close was Warren. A glancing right that may have looked to the crowd like it caused some damage, but I don't think so.
Try here to count the scoring blows. A lot of blows are missed. Fuentes missed 4 straight.
Bang, 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 and they go on.
Less than a minute left in the 9th round, and every round counts right now.
Frankie Warren inside the last half minute of the 9th round. And Frankie Warren explodes. Fuentes in the corner. A shot to the chin, another right. Fuentes trying to battle his way out. Warren trying to hit that home run. In this fight, we're approaching the midway point of this, the final scheduled round. Warren with that right, it may have been blocked. A left got in. The uppercut. Another uppercut. There. Finally, the uppercuts of Warren were able to score big on the chin of Sammy Fuentes. Does he have enough to finish it off? Fuentes still. Warren comes charging into Fuentes.
Fuentes trying to score the uppercut and missing. They may have been unknown coming into this fight, Al, but I think anybody who's watched this fight will remember the names of Sammy Fuentes and Frankie Warren, no matter who the winner is.
Corner again. This is the way it's gone.
Both fighters wanting to leave a good impression with the judges in the final 10 seconds. The crowd is on its feet.
Judge Barrera scores 98-92 for the winner of the undefeated Frankie Warren.
I need him. Frankie, congratulations. I thought you pulled it out in the last 2 rounds. How did you think you were doing?
I knew the fight was close. When I went back to my corner, my coaches, my manager, my trainers told me, pour it on, you're a little bit high. Try to pick it up a little more.
Did the crowd pick you up during the fight, Frankie?
Oh, yeah. I think the crowd, oh, yeah, they helped me a whole lot. I love them all.
Your eye looks terrible right now. Did you have any visibility out of it?
Oh, I saw pretty good. Yeah. I saw well enough. Real good.
He fought very well, your opponent. He boxed well, did Sammy Fuentes. Was he tougher than you thought he'd be?
Oh, no. I expected him to be that way. I knew he was going to come that way. I knew he was a hell of a good fighter. So I expected him to come that way.
Lou, where's he going to go now?
Well, we're ready to fight anybody in the first 10. You know, as usual, I'm looking for the championship for this kid. This kid can fight. The reason he fought this type of fight, Al, is I know if Fuentes is a good fighter. I had to give him no room at all. I had to put Frankie on him on this end and take his movement away, his mobility away. Because if he gets on the outside, he can box your ears off. I had to go along with that there and keep Frankie right on top of him.
You hit him with a body punch, I think, in the 6th round, Frankie, that I thought turned the fight around. You took his legs away from him there on the ropes, and he really didn't have the mobility after that. You were able to win the late round.
Yeah, I did like that. I got aggressive. I put my punches together. After I saw I hit him good body shot, I came with more combination. I kept the pressure on him. The main thing, I kept the pressure on him. I kept throwing punches. And I know that what wanted to fight for me. And I would like to say, I want to thank ABC very much for giving me this opportunity.
That's right. ABC would like to thank you, Frankie.
And thank God. I want to thank God for this fight here.
Congratulations to you. We look forward to seeing you down the road.
Tough next time, will you?
Thank you.
Warren kept winning and became a local hero in Corpus Christi. One reporter said that Frankie's nickname should be Panchito instead of Panchito. 2 months later, Frankie received a TV date against Ronnie Shields for the vacant USBA junior welterweight title.
Shields got every right to hit him when he goes back. What? You mean I got six more minutes of this?
Good combination from Warren. Oh, and a right hand landed by Warren.
Hard right hand and shook Shields all the way down to his boot. Change anything and continue to come on.
And as you say that, he continues to land. The chant of Frankie, who comes in at 19-0, 14 by knockout, and he caught Shields. First knockdown of the bout. That's time remaining in this final round. Warren is well ahead on the scorecard by margins of 5, 6, and 7 points. The last round was 10-9 all around once again. Frankie. So this one will go the distance. But a clear-cut victory, as we know, for Frankie.
The victory cemented Frankie as a sports hero in his native Corpus Christi. Fans and reporters alike saw him as a future champion.
Born and raised in South Texas, and I've worked at the Caller-Times newspaper for the last 5 years here, and I've never seen a sports figure capture a city like Frankie Warren has. I've written an incredible amount of copy on him, and I think the reason is very simple. You know, unless you're from here, you don't realize Corpus Christi, we're on the water down in South Texas. We're 3 hours away from the nearest sports franchise, which is the San Antonio Spurs. In effect, Frankie Warren, because of his talent and charisma, has become Corpus Christi's pro franchise. He's done an incredible job in the ring, obviously, and acts as an ambassador for the city. And I think right now his name is synonymous with Corpus Christi.
2 months after the Shields victory, Warren won a unanimous decision over the undefeated Buddy McGirt, his biggest victory to date. But despite his aggressive fighting style, Warren had his critics. KO Boxing magazine published an article that described his fights as, quote, monotonous and boring, and that he lacked marquee value. The fans of Corpus Christi thought otherwise, and trainer George Benton saw no need to fix what wasn't broken. The way Warren fights, Benton said, he surrounds the guy. In February of 1987, Warren stepped in against Gene Mad Dog Hatcher, who only 3 years earlier had dethroned another Duva protege in Johnny Bumpus. I think he's making a silly mistake putting Frankie in the ring against me, Hatcher said. Frankie's the #1 contender. He's got a title shot guaranteed. If you look at it that way, it's a silly business move by the Duvas. But Warren proved his management team correct, beating Hatcher at his own game over 10 one-sided rounds. Warren now stood at the top of the WBA and IBF rankings. Problem was, all of the world champions refused to fight him. Joe Manley, Terry Marsh, and Patricio Oliva all declined a bout with Warren. WBA champion Juan Koji then signed to face Warren twice before breaking his contractual obligations on both occasions, citing injury. We've never had the kind of problems we've had getting Frankie in against a champion, Kathy Duva said. It's the most frustrating thing for us. After being the #1 contender for close to 2 years, Warren finally got his title shot on Valentine's Day, 1988. Over 4,000 fans showed up at the Memorial Coliseum in Corpus Christi, all waving Frankie hankies to cheer on their hometown hero as he rematched Buddy McGirt. Only this time, their battle was for the vacant IBF championship.
Frankie, every time you fight, all we hear about is size. But how about you? What kind of fighters do you like to fight? Tall ones, small ones, medium?
Well, Freddie, it doesn't really make any difference. Small, medium, or large, medium, or small, they all the same. That's when we get in that ring, I bring them all down to the same size I am.
Well, it's a question of styles besides size. Buddy McGirt is a patient fighter. He says he's going to wait for you to run out of gas, and then it's his fight.
Well, Freddie, styles is what makes fight. It's not how bad a fighter is or how tough he is. It's what kind of style he has. And I think I got a style to stop the kind of style that he had.
As Vinny Pazienza did against Greg Haugen last weekend, and he's paying a price.
McGirt continues to succeed with combinations. Warren nearly went down.
He's getting hammered flush as Warren. I don't know what's keeping him up because some of these punches that McGirt's throwing are zingers.
Uppercut followed up by the right hand. Just under a minute to go in this second round. The crowd attempting to lift Warren.
No holding. Flawless style of the first 2 rounds. Big mistake for him. He should still be on the outside.
And Warren with an uppercut. Warren picking up the pace.
Warren's doing what he does best.
Warren with a big right hand, and he had McGirt hurt. Frankie Warren turning it here in the third. Good exchange. McGirt with uppercuts, but Warren right there.
And that's what Frankie Warren does well. He just won't let him break off the engagement. Won't let him get away. He's right on top of him.
Oh, left hand by McGirt. It buckled Warren, but Warren hangs right in. Final seconds, round 4.
No question, Frankie Warren getting the range now. Oh, good right hand by McGirt. Good left hook by McGirt.
We talked at the start about the fact that these boxers are so evenly matched, and that is what we have seen after the fast start by McGirt.
As a matter of fact, that last round I gave us an even round, and I hate even rounds. I just couldn't figure out who would win that fight. They were just hammering each other for the last 45 seconds. I think overall the effect is that Frankie Warren caught, oh, good shot.
Is Juan Koji of Argentina and the WBC title holder, Roger Mayweather.
The steam has gone out of Frankie Warren's attack. He's starting to take an awful lot of punishment. He looks like a guy ready to go.
And you really see Warren trying to stay away, but he is in trouble now with a half minute to go in the 8th round. And McGirt is teeing off.
If ever he is going.
And that is the first time that he has been put down. 20 seconds to go, 8th round. First time Warren has been down as a professional. And look at that left eye. And a timeout is called. Now this is most unusual.
Now we get the referee. That's very unusual. The doctor taking his sweet time getting up.
We checked with the Texas Boxing Commission, and they claim that a referee can stop the fight any time to have the doctor take a look at an injury. And that's one you rarely see, particularly at that point in the fight where it looked like Warren was in big trouble.
Especially since the injury was not big. It was a small cut under the eye. He's got swelling of the eyes, but you don't stop the fight to look at swelling of the eyes.
Again, getting behind Frankie Warren, a minute and 15 remaining. And this 10th round, McGirt did score with a combination, but Warren continues to bull his way and get hammered.
Can't take much more of this. Cannot take much more of this. As long as Frankie Warren is coming back and fighting and this crowd's in here, they're not going to stop this fight, nor should they. He's in the fight right now, but boy, it's close.
In their first meeting back in July of '86, it was Warren winning by a close but unanimous decision. Since then, Warren relatively inactive, while McGirt a very busy fighter, and here's Warren with another rally. Off with the jab, aiming for that left eye.
Buddy McGirt in complete control of this title fight.
And again, it's over. It is all over. heavyweight Barry Yates calls the fight, and James Buddy McGirt has won the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship. He has stopped Frankie Warren in the 12th.
McGirt had only compliments for his former conqueror. "He's a machine," McGirt said. "He just don't stop coming." Warren later claimed to be suffering from an inner ear infection which hampered his performance. He lobbied hard to get another shot at the title, winning 5 straight, including a victory over Irish Mickey Ward. In August of 1989, he took on the streaking Loretta Garza in Garza's hometown of Sacramento.
Now watch Garza walk and move there. He just walked and moved himself right out of that corner. Very, very well schooled.
Good left by Garza, right behind it. Down to the body, scores, and a right to the head. Best glory of the fight for the challenger. Solid jabs by Garza, left to the ear, that rocked Warren. He's got him in trouble. No knockdown. No knockdown. Warren trying to come forward, fell over the feet of Garza. But the pressure was coming from Garza. Good jabs backing up Warren. He's in trouble now in round 4.
Well, one thing Frankie Warren cannot back up.
Garza, meanwhile, not nearly as effective here. No question, bothered by his lack of vision. And the same Frankie Warren just firing away, trying to stay close.
Well, again, Tim, here we have Warren fighting his fight. He has Garza in the corner. A little bit of confusion here today.
I think the doctor thought that's why the referee had stopped the action, but it was to fix the tape on Warren's glove.
Well, Tim, if Garza wants to win this fight, he's going to have to suck it up and take it back away from Frankie Warren.
Now they're working to the body. Garza not throwing as often. Good right hand by Warren, leading right to the chin of Garza. Warren picks up the pace. In the Garza corner when the doctor arrived. What do they have to say, James?
Tim, Dr. John Woodbury said that the eye looks worse than it actually is. The key thing is as long as there's some vision. Tim, I think most of that vision is downward, though, as opposed to upwards.
Meanwhile, Garza just rocked Warren with a combination and wobbled him. Well,
he's gritting his teeth, Tim. And he's backing Warren up. We said if he backs Warren up, that he'll win this fight.
2 good jabs by Garza getting Warren's attention, and another one.
Frankie Warren cannot fight backing up.
Cyclops with that one good eye wide open as he tries to keep his concentration.
I guess in football they call this the 12th man. You can hear the public rooting him on, and he's coming on.
A left hook to the ear, staggered Warren. Accurate punching by Garza despite the loss of vision in his left eye. Combination by the challenger. Warren digging to the body inside. Garza trying to get his distance, and he rocked Warren again. Short right by Garza. Tremendous stamina by both guys, still firing. Good combination by Garza, rocked the champion again. He's in trouble. A game Warren stays on his feet at the bell. What a display by Garza trying to end this fight by knockout, taking no chances.
I'm sure that his corner, Don Conley's heart must have stopped.
Final minute of
Well, Delfino.
Garza trying to win by knockout. Final seconds. And we'll be back with the decision here at Sacramento. Tremendous fight after this word from your local station.
Warren suffered a detached retina in his right eye. The Texas Boxing Commission refused to license him to fight again. Panchito retired 6 weeks later. I just went into seclusion, Warren said. I just laid back and relaxed, enjoyed my family, collecting my thoughts. 2 months later, Frankie was given a touching farewell ceremony during a fight card at the Memorial Coliseum. Corpus Christi Mayor Betty Turner was on hand to give him the key to the city. There aren't many heroes around any longer, Turner said, but we've got one in this city, and his name is Frankie Warren. In 2005, Warren was enshrined as one of the first members of the Corpus Christi Boxing Hall of Fame. One thing about Frankie, promoter Lester Bedford said, he never cheated anyone out of a penny in the ring. I don't know of one spectator who ever complained that they were cheated out of their money whenever he fought. If they had a Hall of Fame for heart, Frankie Warren would be number one on the list.